morning, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Let's go ahead and make sure you all can hear me. If you would please go ahead and type the number 1 in that comment section. Let me know that you can. I would truly appreciate it. And as you do, keep in mind that everything we discuss here today is for educational purposes only. Nothing is meant to be advice or recommendations. And if you do like what you see here this morning, folks, go ahead and follow along with the various social platforms that we're on. Subscribe to us here on YouTube as well as on all the other ones that we've got going. There's different content going out on them all day long, so you certainly want to make sure that you are checking it out. All right, Zuriel, thank you. Appreciate that. All right. And with that, let's go ahead and morning, Evelyn, morning, Ed. Let's go ahead and jump right in, guys. I want to start off with the futures today. So the ES right now, we opened up 6 o'clock last night, and we just went sideways, a little shift up there until about midnight or so, and then we had that big drop off. European market news cycle started to drive up. We've had a little bit of a retracement now, but we're up about 13.5 points. A lot of uncertainty going on because of what's happening with Russia and Ukraine. And you're going to get the positive news, the negative news, and you're going to watch this whip up and down, up and down, up and down. Right? You're going to be able to follow along with it based on whether the Democrats congratulate what Biden did last night or the Republicans poo-poo what he did last night. You're going to be able to see some of that same movement going on in there. But right now, we do have a positive tone to the market. So we're up, as I said, about 13.25 right now. On YM, we're up 131 points. Very similar pattern to the ES. YM is the Dow. NQ, NASDAQ, a little bit of a deeper drawdown there, but we're up 34 points on the NASDAQ. On the RUT, we're up 7.5 points. Also, similar pattern. Not always the case with the RUT. Many times it doesn't follow suit. Bitcoin. I really do hope you got yours when I told you the other day about it being down at that 34.35 again, because we're up at almost 44,000 right now. So we're down about 650 points. Right now on Bitcoin, on futures. Ethereum, we're up about 40 points. And we look at gold. Now, what's going on? Gold's down. Why? We're down about 12, almost 13 points. Market's up. You very much have that inverse relationship going on between the markets and gold right now, and it's proving it in the chart. And then we go and look at crude oil. Let me put my glasses back on a second. $111 a barrel. We're up another $5 from yesterday's close, about 106. Excuse me. C, right? This is not going to be fun. Why? Biden said nothing last night about getting us a better deal on oil, about increasing production. None of that type of stuff, which was what the market was looking for, and it didn't happen. So we're going to get hit. We're seriously going to get hit with some big numbers on gas. I go within the next day or two to get my gas on my car. I'm going to be interested to see how much it is to fill it up again on my truck. But wow, we're up $8 on gas, almost 8%, 7.75% on oil, not gas, on oil. Right? Crazy. Oh, man. Morning, say hey. Morning, Derek. Jose, morning. Hey, Trip, good morning. Erica, you as well. So Paul's asking about a question for a program we have called Power Option Plays. Is there a live session similar to Market Mornings where students can be with you live to ask questions via chat? Yeah, it's tonight. Actually, we're looking at Mastering the Trade is the name of the training. I am 99.99% sure that is tonight. Let's see. Let me make sure before I go shoot my mouth off. And let's see. Today, Mastering the Trade, that is tonight at 8 o'clock. So it's once every 4 to 6 weeks. It is tonight, Paul. So there you got it. All right. Let's go ahead and take a look at some trade setups from yesterday. And this is where I'm going to ask you guys to drop your trades in. How did you do yesterday? Did you take any trades that we talked about here? how did you do yesterday on yours, right? And any trades, not just the ones we gave. Drop them in. All right. So, guys, we had a couple of setups from yesterday. The very first one was FL, right, which was Foot Locker. On Foot Locker, they got a downgrade from Goldman. We said we wanted the stock below 28, so it didn't open up there. It opened up at 30, but it did get down below. Actually, it didn't get down below 28. So we got the move down, but we never got what we're looking for on the chart, right? So we go back to the daily and look, we were looking at that level there. So yes, we got the continuation pressed down, but we didn't have enough move for it. So we never broke, retested, and failed. So nothing on there. So yes, it continued suit to the downside, but didn't necessarily do what we wanted to. It's no different when you look at Kohl's, right? We talked about Kohl's, KSS, and we said, wait, why? They had good news on a bearish pattern. And what did they do? They pushed up to that $59 and they failed right off of it, right? So they opened up right about 57.5. They only had $1.50 movement and then got a big fail off it. So that's why we look very specifically for where stock price is and what the options we need to be looking for. Target. Let's try that again. All right. So Target, we got this huge gap to the upside, right? And we looked at Target and said we want a bull put spread above $221, right? But guys, remember, with that huge gap, right, does it become complicated to take advantage of that? Yes, right? But as we gapped up, and we gap up here at that $227, right? And we were looking at we'll put spread as we gapped up, and I called it and said we wanted above 221. When we gapped all the way up here, what's the natural reaction, right? Think about it. If you gapped up, our opening price was 226.83, 227.43. Forget about trying to do a spread way down, right? Could you go ahead and purchase a put option as the market rolled over, right? As market rolled or the stock rolled over. So this had a great move to it. We closed up about 219.5 yesterday. So on a bear call, on a bull put spread, we wound up here. Let me go to the intraday. Target, right? On a bull put spread, we moved up and we had that quick move down. So there was the pivot point type trade setup in there. And then we just went sideways, slight drift down yesterday. So we're underwater a little bit. I closed this one out as we broke down below that 220 level, I think it was, yesterday. So got hit a little bit on Target. And then we had Zoom, ZM. Zoom, we're looking for a bear call spread above 135. We made that push up. We got above that 136. We started to make that push down, and then that gave us the opportunity for a bear call spread at 135. That one worked out extremely well. Zero value left to it at this point. So a little bit up, a little bit down, but kind of the market conditions, right? It's what we're dealing with. All right, let's see. Appreciate you guys jumping in on about mastering the trade for Paul. So thank you for that. Let's see. To say, hey, said, and to think after COVID got underway, the reserves were full and couldn't hardly give it away. Go figure, right? Evelyn said, revenge trade after first loss, 4 SPY scalps, lost 9%, lost all trades. Yep. So I also have, Evelyn, when I am trading, I have an internal rule, a Rob rule, that if I get hit 3 times, I'm done. Right? If I can't get it right and something's wrong and I'm swinging the bat and I'm not hitting the ball, coach is pulling me out of the game, right? If it's baseball, football, coach, I'm out of the game. If I can't get it right, I take myself out of the game. I'm done, right? If I got 3 trades that have gone against me, I'm out, right? So for you, it might be 4, it might be 8, but that's just maybe something to add to your trading plan for everybody as a consideration. Paul said, made $3,000 on booking. Nice job. I love me some booking. I truly do. And I don't talk about my pop trades here. I mean, guys, you know, these are the trades from news, right? If we look at, let me see if it's on this one here. If you look at Mastercard, freaking crushed it yesterday, right? Here was the fib line. Here was the break. Here was the entry at 357. as we broke through 357. So about 356. We have a target down here. Support was at 347. So 349 is my target. So I get in at 356, get out at 349, crushed it. Absolutely crushed it, right? So again, all I'm trying to go over is what we did from training yesterday. But I love me some booking. I truly do. I didn't trade it yesterday, but I definitely love me some booking. Alan said, Roku rambled. Fantastic Facebook. SPY, oh my, with a smiley face. Okay. There you go. Derek said, picked up $1.40 profit on Facebook on a put option, took an entry on the bounce off of the 382 fib line and then to the downside. Very nice. Very, very nice. I love it. Exact pattern of what I'm looking for. Jeff said, did bear call spread for 40% yesterday? Excellent. There you go, Jeff. I love it. It says good rule. All right. Excellent. And Jeff said that was on target, by the way, guys. So where I talked about the put rolling over, Jeff said, hey, we had a much bigger gap than anticipated. Let's go ahead and trade off of that resistance level and trade to the downside. So great job on that, Jeff. Everyone said, thank you. That's great. Was Mastercard a call or a put? Paul, it was a put option, right? So on Mastercard, to look at it here, right? We were already in a bearish bias. We gapped just above our 357 level, failed retest, which I showed you intraday. And yes, we ran further down, but I didn't take advantage of any of that. I used my pop rules to get out at that 349 level and just call it a day. So worked out well. All right, with that, let's go take a look at today's trades. All right, Abercrombie, A&F is the very first one. I do have a watch list built in here, right? So we've got it on our list. So let's see. Abercrombie was earnings. They ain't good, apparently, right? They're down $3 right now. Fib is still good. I just need to drag it out. What the heck? So my TV's mute button just went away and the TV's volume went on with CNBC in the background. Okay, Becky Quick in my ear. Woo. All right, so we're down right now, but where? We're down to 33. Well, we've got support at 34.52. Kind of tough, right? It becomes more of a wait. If I did anything, I'd want a move back up and a fail. So I'm looking for the fail off the 37, let's call it the 37.5 level. Right? And then possibly a bear call spread. But we're too far down already. It's made too much of a move. It's already happened, right? It's gone. So this is an old fib on CRM. That's our next candidate. Let's just draw a new fib in here right away. Okay, let's go over and look at CRM. Intraday. So for them, it's earnings on CRM. They have gone up about $7.61 right now. So let's go take a look-see at the chart. So we were in a bearish neutral bias yesterday. We're back above the 21 now at 216.5, which is putting us right about here. All right. So I'm going to be looking for a bull put spread above, below 207. So I need something way down here, right? And 206 is actually my moving average. So it's got to be down below that 207.5 level. So down to that 207, right? Dollar Tree is next. Earnings on Dollar Tree, right? We've got a bearish connotation for it so far today. They're down $2.70. So let's go look what's happening. We were in a bullish mode yesterday, bullish bias yesterday. Where are we now? 137. So we're just below, not at. We're just below that fib line. We're right at that moving average, 50 cents off of the green moving average here, right? So we could look at a bear call spread above 130. Let's do 139. Right, we've got $1 increments on it. Not bad spreads either. So yeah, we do it at 139. Ford announced they're splitting their business up. So they're selling it. They're going to split into two different companies, right? And it's taken it as positive note. At least it had when they first announced it. When I first saw it, we're up 60 cents right now. So nothing crazy, but it's only a $17 stock, right? If we go back to the daily chart, where are we? 1730. Well, 1750 is resistance. Guess what? The market is looking at the overall move on Ford and going, not that big a deal. Right now, the president talking about car makers last night and excluding Tesla again, which is just infuriating Elon Musk, right? And Musk can go out there and bash the president. The president's got to be careful. He really can't go out and personally bash Musk, right? He can just stop talking about him, which I think is driving Musk nuts at this point. But if we're already at that 1750 level right now, this is kind of a, let's wait, right? I don't want to be on the wrong side of this. The news is good, but I was hoping we were going to get a move above that 21 moving average and we look at selling a naked put, but we're not there. So we're going to pass on that puppy for now. First Solar. So they were in a neutral bias, right? And it's earnings for them. And the earnings weren't good. I mean, they're down $11, 14.5%. So now, I mean, this is a massive move for us. Let's go see what these fibs look like here. Yeah, we definitely need a new fib. Let's go redraw a new Fibonacci. Yeah, okay, there we go. We got it. We got it, baby. We got it now, huh? Right there. The move came into the 236. A lot of little hiccups in here. Here we had sideways. Here we kind of a sideways move, right? That was a true V bottom there. So if we go back to template number 2, and we look, we're at 64.5 right now. Oh wait, 61 to 76 is 15. Oy vey. So we need a Fibit, but I also believe we need Fibits of Fibits in there. So let's go ahead and put in the negative 136 and the 118. We need the 118. We need the 136. So 68 to 76. Call it 69 to 76, $7. We're close, so we're not going to put it in. So 64.5. We've got 68.5. So we're below all of our moving averages at this point. Right, we're below the 8 and the 21, but we're right there, guys. So if you can get a bear call spread above 76, right, get me back up here, then we'll look at it. Otherwise, no. All right, so let's go look at JWN, which is Nordstrom. They're up $5.50 right now. Oy vey. All right, nice move. We're going to draw a fib off of that last drop that it made. So it's kind of sideways. That's kind of right there because that's where we got the true V came in. All right, looks like we missed. Try again. We'll call it 19 to 23 is 4. We need to put in a negative 136 and a 118. And guys, if you want to know more about how and where and why we do that, Sean, would you drop that link in there, please, to Trading Like a Boss? You got a free Fibonacci training on there, guys. That link will, that training will show you how and why we do what we do on fibs. Okay, so on JWN right now, we are up $5.50. That puts us at 25. Okay, so 1, 2, right up at the 25.62 level. So, guys, I'm going to wait on this. If you get a rollover, you can consider a long put. If you count, if it's an overreaction, especially if the market starts to turn. But we're already at resistance, so nothing there that says, "Ooh, take me, take me." Rost, R-O-S-T, which is Ross Stores. Let's see. Yeah, so we closed below. So this fib has been violated. Let's see, we go here. All right, so we're going to draw the fib from this swing high to that swing low. Okay, and now we're up at $25. Oh, no, we need Ross. We got to change it here. So we're up $5.50. We're at 95. So we blew through the 92. We got up through the 94, and 98 is our resistance. So we can look at a bull put spread below 92, which means you can use the 92 or lower as your primary one that you're going to sell. All right. And then the last one is SoFi. Everybody's been an upgrade except for Ford. I mean, earnings, except for Ford, which was splitting the business. And now SoFi was an upgrade by Bank of America. They're up $1.81, so they're not crushing it at this point. Fibonacci is fine. Nothing we need to redo there. They're trading at $13 right now. So they're right up at resistance, right? So can I get something down below 11.5? Can I sell the 11.5 put or some form of put that gives me a 20 delta? Let's see. So I've got a 10 right now, and I'm looking below that 11.75 level, right? Because we're sitting right now at 13 up here. So can I sell a 20 delta put, which the 10 gives me 54 cents? Yes. Right? So we're looking at a naked put below, what did I say? Below 11.5. Right? As long as we can get that, you're great. Now, if you look at it as a vertical spread, guys, sorry, I forgot to say it. Drop in your candidates that you want me to take a look at, please. I forgot to drop that in there or mention that because SoFi is my last one. So go ahead and fill that screen up quickly if you wouldn't mind. So let's see. We're talking about 11.5. So we look at a bull put spread. We look at an 11.5, 11. I mean, it's showing me you can get 28 cents. I don't believe the number. We'll see when the market opens. But it's showing me 28 cents on a 50-cent spread. Guys, you're talking about 56% rate of return on that, right? On that spread. Go back to what we were talking about, the 10.5. It was a 10.5. That was an 18 delta, right? The 10 was an 18 delta. So if we go back and look at the 10, 9.5, it still shows 18 cents, right? For the 10, 9.5. So, I mean, I like it a lot. Right, I'm going to give a couple check marks there. All right, what do you guys got going on in there? So Paul said, hey, he did talk about a new Intel plant in Ohio to build chips for cars. You know, listen, he had a couple of really good points last night. I like the idea of go to a drugstore, get a COVID test, and if you're positive, you don't have to go to a doctor. Right then and there, they say, here's the medication for it. Here's the prescription drug that will fix that. You know, kind of the Tamiflu comparative, right? Because what's the doctor going to do? He's going to look and say, yes, you have COVID. Here's the prescription. Well, the pharmacist knows already that for this, we do that, right? So, breaking news, Ralph Lauren executive resigning after violating company ethics. That'll be interesting to see what that actually means. Without a doubt, right? Okay. So we've got Facebook, Derek's asking for. So Facebook was another one, guys, that we did well on yesterday. Right? Didn't have it on our list. No, didn't have it on our list yesterday, but it is it's a stock from Power Option Plays. So we look at Facebook. Right now, they're up $1.30. So that puts them at 205, let's call it. We've got 210 as resistance. So that's Derek. So, Derek, what is that telling me? I've got a lot of caution here. You know, can I make the run up to 210? Absolutely. And you can day trade that all day long, and I'd be fine with that. Right? But we're still in a bearish bias. So I would be cautious trying to push beyond that. If you were going to, right about 209-ish is where I would take my first exit out of at least half of your position there. Tighten your stop up. If we blow through the 210 level, you can widen that stop back. If not, and it backs off, you'll be taken out, but you're going to minimize how much you give back from that 210. All right, so I hope that helps. Let me know down in the comment section below. Evelyn, have you ever asked me for SPY before? You might have. I think so. Maybe. So let's see. We're up $1.05 on SPY right now, which puts us at 431. 435, same scenario, Evelyn. So what am I looking for on SPY? I don't have numbers yet because the market's not open, but I am going to be looking at pivot points to help me gauge off of SPY, to trade the SPY. Last night, I taught in our mastermind group, and I went over pivot points and how to use them and take advantage of them in this kind of market condition. Very well received last night. I was excited to do the training. But yeah, I definitely will be looking at pivot points for it. So I hope that helps. Let me know. Let's go back here and let's take a look as the next one. Andres is asking for Apple. What did I do? Nope, that's why. So let's see. On Apple, where are we? Rob, come on, get with it, baby. Get with it. All right, on Apple right now, we're up, 27 cents. Big deal. You can't even buy an Apple with 27 cents. Not anymore. You can't. So we're right where we were. So we're in the middle there. 165.5 is resistance. 161.25 is support. Just, some caution on Andres with that period. All right. So just an FYI. Joel is TLT. All right. So let's go see TLT. All right, so there are weekly options on this. It's down 91 cents. This is, Treasury bond. Yeah, okay. So markets are up. We're down at 140 right now. What does that mean? So right about here. So we're pinned between the 55 and the 21. That's the levels I would use as support and resistance right now. I had this down as an older channel. Move down, sideways. Move down, sideways. That right there gives us the V bottom. Right off of that. So we're always right at the 140 level. 140.30 is where we are. 140.02 is our support. So you got 140 as support, 143.5 as resistance. And then to the downside, if we break that 140 level, you've got both moving averages, 139, 138, 139-ish is what we're looking at, Joel. So a little bit of caution here on this one. I don't think you'll get the bounce with the market moving up today, but that's what we're looking for. All right, Erica's asking for Roku. Roku. So Roku is an A trade setup, guys, for bearish, right? Fib line, moving average, overlapping, confluence, overall bearish pattern. All the stars pointing in the right direction. And then we go look at the intraday or pre-market chart. We're up 84 cents. So what does that do? It puts us at 137.5, and it keeps us just below that 138.25. If we can get the move to the downside, market rolls over. I like this one a lot. It's one of them on my pop list that I've got set up because of where we are located. And if we can get this rollover, you're looking at 120.11 is your downside. Although the last 3 days have kind of been this sideways move, right? Tripp's asking for NVIDIA. Erica, I hope that helps. Let me know down in the comment section. So on NVIDIA, definitely a bearish bias. We had it down as a day trade yesterday on power option plays. So we're up $1.50. These are all sympathy moves, right? It's just so the market's up, so we're going up too, right? And we're looking at 244 as resistance. 236 is where we are right now. So this is trip. A little bit of caution there, trip, because we're in the middle. 240, let's see. So 239.5 is actually resistance because that's where our 8 is right now. The 245, which is also 244, the 21 and the 618 fib line are a confluence there. So I'd watch that 239.5 level, and then if we get to move down, 225.5 is support. So I hope that helps, Trip. UVXY. Woo! Some friends do naked puts on that. UVXY. Volatile position. Let's look at where it is right now. All right, so we're down 31 cents right now. Let me turn this back into single on my option chain. Yeah, so we're looking at, when you look at puts or calls, doesn't matter, just look at an option on it, find that 65 to 85 delta. We're looking at 210 by 276, right? We go down to the put side, we're looking at 204 by 350. There's big bid-ask spreads on it. That's bad no matter what trade you do. Naked put, you can negotiate that spread, but if you got a $1.50 spread, you negotiate 75 of it, you still have 75 cents more of it on the other side. So that can be tough. But from a standpoint of the technicals on the chart, there we go. That's more better. See, if your charts are looking off like this and you see that S on Omega charts, hit the letter U. That's an unsplit. Hit the letter U. What did they actually do? 1 for 10. Never a good sign. Ha! Never a good sign. You don't do that, baby. I'm not a fan of reverse stock splits. So you've got a support down here. Can't even draw a good fib off of it. You've got a support about $12 and a resistance at about 21. And we're sitting right at resistance now. Break above that resistance and possibly. But this is, an Ultra VIX short. Ultra. So larger than normal, right? Bigger number, bigger percentage. So a little bit of caution in there. Mike's asking for AMD. So let's see. Let's go here and look at AMD. All right. So we're up 77 cents right now. We're in a bearish bias on AMD. We're sitting at 114.5. So guys, we're right near support. We're overall bearish. I'd be looking at this. If it breaks the 113 level, retests and fails, you've got a bearish setup in there. Your moving averages are right in the middle. So if you're trying to take an intraday bounce, I'd be looking at the 8, which is 117.25, would be where my target would be for resistance right now. So 116.25, half, somewhere around there would be my exit price on AMD. So I hope that helps, Mike. Kevin, NVIDIA, we did. Roku, we did. Yeah, Debbie, I'd love to do that as well. Have a reunion. It's all a matter of the where, right? Once we get through COVID, we're going to start doing some more traveling and training and some of that stuff as well. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Make it a profitable day. Stay focused on the quest to becoming a great trader. Keep crushing it. And remember, you're just one trade away. Take care, folks. I'll see you at tomorrow's update. Bye for now.